Hi, party people. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we're going live here. Again, I'm doing my simultaneous doing the simultaneous broadcast of Facebook and Instagram, and it looks like it's happening on both. So yay us. I was reminded by a human being and two people, and and also the calendar today, that it's Friday the 13th. So happy Friday the 13th. It's a great day to be together. And it's been a little chilly and rainy here in New York City, and it feels cozy, I think. So I actually have my, that's hot. I have, hey, Calamity. I have, oh, this is so awesome. On Instagram, you can see this. This is amazing. Wait, can you see this on Facebook? So this is my bone broth latte. So it's 1 cup of homemade chicken bone broth, half a cup of full fat coconut milk, and what else? A half of a heaping teaspoon of turmeric, 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, and heaping 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. And you just, and it's this anti-inflammatory, healing bone broth. Cheers. And then you add some freshly cracked pepper, which activates the healing powers and the anti-inflammatory benefits of the turmeric. So my teeth might turn yellow while we do this, but woohoo, that's hot. Shit. Okay. So welcome to a new day. Thank you guys so much for joining me live or on the replay, where I'm going live both on Instagram and Facebook. So I have a double duty. I've got my phone and then I've got my computer ready to go. So I'll be chit-chatting back with everyone, but kind of like, eyes looking around. So, hey, Stephanie. Oh, yay. Thanks for showing up. So you guys, many of you know me as Minnetonka. I'm a burlesque dancer. And many of you know me as Alyssa. I'm also a functional nutritional therapist and wellness coach. And my one of my favorite things to do is come to you live and share my reflections on the affirmation of the day from one of my teachers, Louise Hay, from her I Can Do It calendar. This calendar is something that I have been using for several years now, and I started doing the reflections on the affirmation of the day for the month of January in my nutrition and wellness coaching Facebook page for like 31 days of January. It was so much fun, and then I've continued throughout, and I really want to connect and meet and connect and of course meet, but connect and reach as many people as possible. So all my friends and community on my Minnetonka profiles, it's been so fun to connect with you here and share this this love and positive energy and reflections on the affirmation of the day. And what I think can be so powerful about affirmations is that it's not just, these, words of positivity that you just kind of read and maybe they resonate or not, but rather what I really love to do with you here is to dissect it, go a little bit deeper and think, okay, how can that actually apply to my life, rather than read something and think, that doesn't apply to me, so screw it, or read it and think, oh, that's so nice, and then move on. But rather, let's just take a few minutes together and go deeper, because you're here for a reason. And that reason is that you're looking for purpose and meaning and connection just as much as I am. So yay us. So here we go. So this is yesterday's affirmation. I'm going to take it off. This is Thursday. Goodbye, Thursday. That was a nice throw, right? Okay. Or toss, if you will. Friday, November 13th, 2020. Today, I release all that no longer benefits me. Things, ideas, habits, and relationships. Hi, friends. Yay, all the people who are joining live and also the replay and the future people. Okay, so this is we're gonna do this for the Instagram people in just a second, but the Facebook people, check this out. So please feel free to say it out loud with me or in your mind. Today I release all that no longer benefits me. Things, ideas, habits, and relationships. I'm excited about this one. Okay, Instagram folks, this is hold on, here we go. All right. So if you like that and you're feeling it, please feel free to take a screenshot. Today I release all that no longer benefits me. Things, ideas, habits, and relationships. Okay, this is an easy one. I mean, it's an easy one. Okay, wait. It's not easy to do, but it's easy to pontificate on. It's like, this is not, if you've been joining me over the past several months with these, some of these are really hard, and I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to twist this and offer guidance in this? But this one is accessible, I think, and something that we all can connect with easily, but whether we follow through is something different. So what I'm noticing first about this affirmation, today I release all that no longer benefits me, things, ideas, habits, and relationships. What I think is really poignant, which is a word my mom uses often, is the word today. So you could say, oh, I release all that no longer benefits me or serves me, like da-da-da. But when you say today, it's kind of putting your foot down and saying, wait. Side note, I am learning all about self-compassion, and it's something that I'm just believe in very deeply. And I'm starting a 10-week course training tomorrow. And there's the yin and the yang of self-compassion. This is a side note. Which is like fierce and tender. So fierce self-compassion is kind of putting up your boundaries and motivating. And this is kind of like, this is what I feel. There's a combination of the yin yang self-compassion. This is like, today is kind of like putting your foot down, like saying, okay, this is happening today. I'm going to take charge and I'm going to release. And that's a beautiful, more kind of nurturing thing. All that no longer benefits me. So if we're going to make it practical, which I like to do for you and give you kind of like a guiding exercise, if you will. I love to offer, writing exercises, but this is something that we could just do right now today together. So think about one thing in your life, a thing, literally like a material thing, an idea, something that just, you've thought about, that is in your brain, that just doesn't benefit you. A habit, I mean, hello, shalom, we all have habits that don't benefit us. Relationships, certainly all of us can relate to any kind of a relationship that is not benefiting us in ways that we really, hi Janet, that we really, I don't know, can bring us to our, best potential. So I invite you to think of one thing. God, I'm going to think of it too. So let's just take a moment. Today's affirmation, today I release all that no longer benefits me. So to make it digestible, let's think of one thing. A thing, an idea, a habit, and a relationship. So release. Think about that one thing. That whether you actually follow through or not, that you're in your mind and in your energy, that you're releasing. Now, you might very well think, oh my God, I have this, I'm talking to myself, this is me. I have this lovely vintage suitcase that I keep all of this like extra burlesque fabric in. And it's really cute and it's decorative and it's in my living room. And it has all this fabric that I'm, let's face it, never going to use. And I kind of want it out of my life. And so I very well could just go to Salvation Army or Goodwill or whatever down the street and say goodbye. Or I could post it and say, here you go, someone want this. So that's just one example. Another thing, there could be some heavy things going on in your life that's a habit that you really have just, been needing support and guidance and help with releasing. So something like that. So let's just take a moment just to think about one thing that doesn't serve us, that doesn't benefit us, that we would like to release. I just thought of one for myself. So, and it has to do with my bedtime routine to help me. I do sleep really well. I'm really grateful for that. It's something I've been working on for a while, but it's around my bedtime routine. So that will help me, I think, shift my energy a little bit better to get into just a deeper sleep. So there's one thing that I'm thinking in my mind right now that I would like to release. So maybe we could just think together and think, okay, today I'm going to release that one thing, whatever that means to me, beginning the process of releasing or actually releasing. And thanks so much for joining, guys. Hi, everyone. And another thing that I would encourage you to do that might be a little bit more concrete is to, it could be now or it could be later, just grabbing a paper and pen or even in your phone and writing down all the things that you can think about that no longer benefit you. And, just choose one thing, because I'm all about, there's this all or nothing attitude, oh my God, I have to do this, that, and the other thing to change this, that, and the other thing. And then we get overwhelmed and we don't do jack shit. So I am very clear about that with my clients and myself, that slow and steady wins the race, and one step at a time, progress over perfection. So, if you do choose to make a list and write down all the things that don't benefit you, like things, ideas, habits, relationships, just think about one thing, whether it's today or this month or in 2020, before the end of the year, that you really want to release. And how does that look? What does that look like for you? What does that mean? Does that mean sticking up for yourself more in a relationship? Releasing the pattern of, this just popped into my brain, this is very much a thing amongst women, is saying sorry all the time. That's something I kind of changed for a while, but there's all these like social media posts about how to shift your, saying I'm sorry, I'm late, instead when you go and you are late for something, you say, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your patience, instead of I'm sorry, I'm late. So, if you're that person that you've just been recognizing, I'm sorry, and you just kind of want to let go of that. That's just one example. That something that I have released. I don't think that I had like a I'm sorry, like, I don't think it was like ruining my life, but it's definitely something that I did and I recognize, and it doesn't feel good. And you can still offer that same consideration and energy with a different word that actually, I think, has the other and it brings out maybe a more uplifting energy with the person that you're communicating with about that. So anyway, I think today, like I said in the beginning, today's affirmation, today I release all that no longer benefits me, things, ideas, habits, and relationships. I think that it's easy for me to kind of share and talk and think about, but then in reality, when we want to implement, it's not as easy. I want to acknowledge that some things are going to be easier than others. And excuse me as I take a sip of, hopefully it's cool down just a little bit of my bone broth latte. Oh my God, Laurel, hi, yay. Okay, it's cooled down a bit. Oh my God, it's so good. The garlic powder in it, and the ginger and the turmeric, just so good. So, you guys, it's Friday the 13th, which is known as a spooky day. And I don't really know the origins, and if you do, please share in the comments. But let's take back Friday the 13th to being a day when we choose one thing to release that doesn't benefit us, that doesn't serve us, whether that is an actual material thing that you just gotta get rid of, or it's a habit that you've been trying to, let go of, a relationship that might need some shifts and changes, whatever that may be. I invite you and to really reflect and consider what serves you and benefits you, because you know what? Okay, you know what? I am wrapping up, but I actually have a funny story that this is actually super significant, how this can shift your life. And I hope that you guys can understand in little shifts that you can make in your life. So it can be what's seemingly insignificant is what I'm about to share. So I've lived in my adorable apartment for a long time, and it's small in Brooklyn. And so what I would do is I'd have my garbage bag was a plastic bag that whatever I'd get, and I would hang it on my door to leave in and out of my apartment for a decade. I've been in my apartment 16 years. So I probably changed this a long time ago. But for many, many years, I had my garbage on my door, and it just always bugged the crap out of me. But I just did it because I'm I don't really have room for a garbage and bag or trash can or whatever. And I actually did, but I was procrastinating for years, cleaning out that little area underneath the sink that had old paint cans and all that stuff that you think, oh, maybe one day I need it. So when I figured out how to recycle that stuff, and then I have a trash can underneath my sink, and I no longer have the garbage hanging on my kitchen door, the door to my apartment. And that is even just one example of how you can apply today's affirmation to your life. Today, I release all that no longer benefits me. Things, ideas, habits, and relationships. So when I released that holding on to all this old paint that I wasn't going to use, and just, what junk underneath your kitchen sink, and then I took the garbage from my everyday view, and put it underneath my sink in a paper bag. It literally, it was this release of just it literally up leveled my life. I mean, I can't. So it could be as seemingly insignificant to release that. It benefited me at the time when I first moved in for a few years. One had stuff underneath my sink that I thought I needed, but after years, it was just sitting there, as they say, collecting dust. So, on that note, may we all choose one thing in our life today that we can release, and do that with fierce self-compassion. Thanks for joining live on the replay. Again, my name is Minnie Tonka. I'm a burlesque dancer. I'm also Alyssa. I'm a functional nutritional therapist and wellness coach. And I will happily, you know what? I actually have this newsletter that I wrote, and I have a weekly wellness newsletter that I put out, and this during the pandemic, it was earlier this year, about 7 ground rules for change. 6 ground rules for change. Anyway, what I'm going to do is in Facebook, I will link to that so you can read that. And that's a really, I think, helpful for when you're trying to release and make change. And then on Instagram, I will in the description, just put my website, which is thewellnessheadquarters.com, and you can check that out. There's also a link in my bio and Instagram to my 6-week group coaching course, Nourish to Your Flourish, so you can learn more about that. But I will be back for sure. I am figuring out exactly all of my offerings. I am pretty sure that it will be this weekend. So looking forward to connecting again very soon. Happy Friday the 13th. Happy releasing something today. And if you are interested in this bone broth latte, head over to my nutrition and wellness coaching Instagram page or Alyssa at Wellness HQ on Facebook, because I have scrolls. A few weeks ago, I put my recipe down there and all the benefits of bone broth. So cheers. Have a wonderful day and see you guys soon. Bye for now.